Welcome back. We had a few surprises for today. We had more than 140 kills so far in 3 games. So
Ooh.
can we get to 500? No, I'm kidding. That's way too much. Please stop. But
Yeah.
yeah, we got a few surprises. We got Sedafins being picked. We got Aris with Ludens, Echo, and Mejais, which means Nightmare is happy somewhere in the world. I always say this. When there's an Ari and the Mejais, there's a happy Nightmare. We got Pantheon. It was not the build that I was looking for, but it was Pantheon, and that is a blessing of its own. We got Katarina as well. We just need the
Yes.
Shivana to get you happy on the last day. That
Yes.
would be good.
Yeah. That will be
Why
like the
Shivana?
perfect way. Um, First of all, she's a dragon, and I love dragons, so I'll admit
Okay.
it. Second of all, she's badass. If you read her lore, and even if you just look at her, she's a complete badass, and I absolutely love her.
Well, I'm sold.
I
I'm
know.
sold. So you really enjoyed the new TFT set, right?
No.
But they're dragons.
Yes, but no.
Ah, interesting. It's not like that, Salati. Now, fourth game of the day said to
Wait
be a good.
a minute.
No, I'm
What
just
are
seeing the
you
double
implying?
standards from you. I'm just seeing it was supposed to be dragons. It was supposed to be good. You're going back on your word. I don't know. I don't know if I should be wearing this blazer anymore. I don't know. Kind of looks good
Okay,
on
I'm
you though.
offended.
So wow. So native versus unique is going to be the next one of the day. And what does this mean, Solari? For the standings, what does this mean? Exactly nothing.
Yay!
Kind of does because unique, if they win versus native, they can still fight for the fourth slot, I think. Because if Domino loses on the last one, it means that Unique will end up with 10 and 8. So that's one above Domino, so they can get the fourth one and not being picked. Oh, do you want me to explain the thing?
Yes.
Okay. Top two seeds will go this way at
Uh
the
huh.
end of the bracket. They'll go to the winners bracket and they're already at the semifinals. Third seed will go here. Fourth seed will go to the below one.
Uh
So
huh.
third seeds will get to pick who they want to fight against. They can pick between the fifth seed and the sixth one.
Six. Uh huh.
The remainder fights versus the fourth one. Okay,
Uh huh.
so they fight on and they go on to the next part of the brackets. These guys fight on and they fly in for the losers final, which is the loser from the one above. So the top two seeds will skip a lot of battles, and they're almost guaranteed finals in the entire split. Quite easy, see? You know what's
Almost.
even
Thank you.
easier?
Tell me.
Banning Seraphine. Get it out of here! I was a Timo main. I think I was the first level 7 Timo in Europe. If you do this, I'm really happy. That's a different yodel.
It's still a yodel. That still works. Okay, so in the bans, I'm happy with the Yume ban. I have a love-hate relationship with that champion, but get her out of there. Gangplank, Gragas from the top lane, and because of that, it opens the beautiful opportunity to maybe pick that Irelia. On the other hand, there are Draven and Pike taken away, along with that unfortunate Seraphine. So right now, what do you go for? Do you really want to blind pick that Severe? Yes, apparently you do. You're taking her. What do you pair her up with? Anything, to be honest? There are so many opportunities still left out for you, or do you want to go for something else? Everything is available. Jungle, maybe? Oh, I'm having flashbacks.
It's a flex, but we've seen the answer, and Poppy is available. We've seen the
Yes.
answer. Well, Poppy can stop this one
No, it's unstoppable force for a reason, right? You
for a
cannot really.
reason.
But he's still
Well,
going for
unstoppable
it.
blob. So
It's
unless the
unstoppable
Sidre
blob.
goes for the Poppy, it's going to be
Mm-hmm.
an easy pick for them. But that means they've only seen one dash, by the way.
Yeah. Do you
So
want to
do you
pick
lock
Poppy
in?
into one dash? Because everything else may be completely dashless, and then your Poppy is just there to be against one champion. Can you utilize it properly after that? Big question. What else do you go for? Okay, the second pick for the blue side for Unique. What is it going to be? Show us. Okay, I approve. That is going to be Diana in the jungle. I hope it's going to be the Sunfire Diana because that build works like crazy. You go Nash's Tooth, you go the Sunfire, and then you do whatever else you want to do because you're going to have more than enough damage to go into the enemy and to get to their backline, which is something you want to be doing, especially with Sivir already there.
Yeah, I'm
Do it.
thinking about this. This should be the
Yes.
combo you would bring. They were looking to lock in the support, but obviously it's going to be a hard one. Even with the Yone, you don't need someone to activate you, but it means that you have a tremendous amount of CC. I'm gonna tell you. Wait, it's locked in?
Uh huh.
I don't know what's happening!
Can somebody clip that, please? I want to save it for myself. This reaction. Oh my god.
I don't know. This is. Oh, I'm so happy because this is my last day casting Division 2. This means a lot. This actually means a lot.
I know.
Yeah, we got Pantheon. The thing is, it's a
Yes.
wine one, or it could be
No,
for the top
you-
lane. If it's
yeah.
a Pantheon top, you could either bring him in the jungle or into the top lane, and that is good. That is good. We were talking about this previously. If you go for the lethality items, they were buffed. You have movement speed
Yeah.
now. So if you bring in Relentless Hunter and a lethality item, the movement speed Pantheon has and the amount of ganks you will provide, it is good. So this is a triple flex. This is a jungle, this is a support, and this is a top laner as well. Versus Gnar, it's not the most pleasant of matches, but it's really doable. You can block everything from Gnar because Gnar likes to bring the combos while people are stunned, and you cannot stop the channeling from the Aegis Vault. So you're fine.
Still a big question where exactly he's going to go. Quite some bans are being thrown in. Oh, did you just lock that Nidalee there? They just locked Nidalee. They just locked. It's Pantheon Nidalee, Zach.
It's top lane Pantheon. It's top lane Pantheon. Okay, one of the best things with Nidalee was a Renekton because you get an enabler. You need someone to enable you on the lane. You need a point and click stun.
Yes. Pantheon. Yes.
It's done. It's done. So
Yes.
that's perfect. And bring in lethality of the God Drinker. You bring me the Divine Thunder, I will bite your ankles. I'm just saying, I will bite your ankles.
Yeah.
As the
I'm
last pick
afraid
is.
you will.
I will. No, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
Literally.
Yeah. So, oh, Thresh.
Oh.
This is 12.0 patch, by the way. This is the 12.1 as we see the early is.
Oh, what? Is it Zyra mid? Tell me please it's Zyra. Oh no, it's Zyra support.
It's Pantheon mid versus Yone.
Okay, tell me how is it going to work?
Okay, I played versus this while I was still playing and not casting non-stop between splits. I played versus this on Diamond 1 versus a Diamond 1 Yone, I Diamond. And the first game I fought versus him, I got completely deleted. I was completely crushed on the lane. Second game, I got to play versus him. Easiest lane of my life. You have to understand something versus the Yone. Yone likes to keep some distance while he's poking. Pantheon is the same. Your Q has a better distance than Yone's Q. And the width is actually larger. So if you know how to play Pantheon, you get the poke ward way better than the other one. Now, highest secret versus the Yone. When you see the fight sealed and yada yada, the brother and edgy, and he goes for the ulti, as a Pantheon, all you need to do is use your E backwards. Yeah, because the damage is applied after he does the ulti. So you do not only you deny the ulti damage, but you're dealing damage while he's locked in animation. Because he locks himself in the animation, he's giving you the stun. And since the channeling of the E is unbreakable, as we were talking earlier, you're going to get the entire duration and you proc the E, which deals a tremendous amount of damage with a really high ratio damage. So this is actually really good play versus Yana. You just need to know, use the E backwards or else kind of screwed. Yeah, don't play around. You actually win this one. And Nidalee has really good ganks in the top lane and in the mid lane, even on the bot lane as well.
Yeah, yeah, she has setup everywhere. Like, the only thing that Nidalee wants is to have the setup because she needs to land her javelins. And right now, she has it everywhere. She has control all over the map, so laning is going to be easy for her to go into the lanes. The team fighting should be pretty well for her as well, because again, there is going to be that CC provided. It looks good on paper. Now, is it finally going to be the Pantheon win for the happy dancing Archer right there?
We have the bird's eye view of the rift. It is going to be a Conqueror Ignite Pantheon, so he knows that he needs to poke. Lundorf is going to be on the front line, trying to get the debate from the Nod. He knows he's there. He's just going to face check. And now, do you chase? Do you chase? Because if you do, you die.
I think he
Nias
knows.
is aware. Nias is aware. Okay, let's look into the entire map. What surprises you, Salani?
Let me see. There is a glacial augment on Thresh. Not something I see all the time, but it makes sense. But anything else? No. Nothing surprises me. I love everything that I'm seeing, man. Everything. Even that Guardian on Zyra makes sense on this lane because Zyra is extremely squishy, so is severe, and you're standing against Thresh. You're standing against a thing that if it hooks you, you are dead. Either of you, of the two of you, are going to be dead. So you want that additional something, a little bit of additional sustain, and she's running with a shield as well, knowing that she needs that a little bit more health on the laning phase. Okay, I know you're going to be looking at the mid lane all the time. I know your eyes are going to be set there on that Pantheon, but I'm also looking at the bot lane. But
there you go.
Yeah, I think mid lane is going to be a little bit more interesting.
He knows how to pilot this one. This is exactly what he needs to do. And he started with the most manliest of all builds, which is Longsword and the potion. I don't know if he has presence of mind. He doesn't. So he's going to be burning through that. Oh, if he gets a stun, he's going to use his Q empowered. And that's going to be almost a liver disappearing. Yeah. So
he's already bullying the lane. Look at that. He's ahead in terms of level. He's taking the lane in his control. He's shoving it into the turret of Yone. He has everything in his hands. It's looking good for him already in the very beginning. And he can even invade a little bit because he knows that Diana is here and she's low health when clearing the jungle. So yeah, you don't need to go in, but you know, and it's good enough already.
Also getting vision for Snile that played Nidalee, is not MC in Division 1, is Snile on Division 2 getting that one as the poke continues. At least the Dot and Shield is going to prevent a little bit of that damage on the mid side, so that should be enough. While the top lane, Lundorf is getting beat up by the Nod. As soon as he has level 3, you know the Nod will transform. It's exactly at that time. It's on the second, third wave that you get the Mega Nod. You have to be careful with that one.
Yeah, because he can go into, you have so little health available that actually even a tower dive is pretty possible. And you know that Diana was bot side not so long time ago, but probably she's going to transition towards the top side of the map now, and it means that they can try to tower dive you.
You could try the tower dive, but on the top, that is kind of a dangerous one if you want to tower dive.
It's very dangerous, yes, I know, but you can try. We've seen so many things already today throughout the day, like, come on.
I'm going to take a beating on this one. He needs a Bramble Fest, and there you go. Now Snille could get activated. He's going for the Raptors instantly. Oh no, jumps across the wall, gets the proc, gets the stun, and out of a sudden just flashes in and takes Eden's flash as well. So it's Ignite and Flash from the team from Nativz versus one flash from Eden.
Yes, but if you look at the lane, Relay's still going to have the flash available for him, so he can try to go further onto Yone. Ooh, a lot of damage on the bot lane in the meantime with an Ignite even!
And the Garden is just providing a lot of damage versus Rottenbangi. Yoppa has that amount of movement speed right now. He tries to go for the kill. The boomerang goes in, but it's not enough. Flashes in Goof to take even damage from the boomerang. It almost seems like they win this trade on the bot side. And with the flamethrower, they have to be kind of careful. Eden returning after the buy-in with the boss, with the dagger and boots as well right now.
Something that you need to know about the new Seeker. Wait, we're looking at Diana trying to go into that Pantheon. Will she?
Not even close. He got himself the Mortal Will and he uses it for the movement speed. That's one of the key secrets from the Pantheon, to try and get himself some distance from the enemy, or when he tries to go forward. It was one of the buffs that he received, where you no longer get slowed if you walk backwards.
So very quickly about the Severe, she really struggles with mana early in the game these days. After all the updates, her abilities cost a lot of mana, so early in the game, if you use too much of your abilities and you are going into a trade with your opponent, you might find yourself not being able to really throw that much things into the fight. And with Zyra, it's pretty much the same. If she's not accurate, she's going to suffer. So yes, tell me. The longswords, is he going? Yes, it looks like it's going to be Divine again. I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry. Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna go for the dark tech. It's really specific. It kind of works here because you have a lot of ability heist. But it's really specific though.
What if he has been listening to you? What if he was like, Asha said something
You
about
think
that, so
really
maybe.
listens to me? Nah, he doesn't.
What if? Or
That
maybe he
is
just
a
knows that he needs to go for it. He doesn't even need to listen to you. Oh.
nice combo, clean on Eden.
Ugh.
Clogs tries to get the root, but it's more than enough to get himself away. Eden is not enjoying this mid lane. He's
Nope.
getting bullied and bullied, but so far, farm has not been bad for him.
No, he manages to farm up somehow, which is surprising, especially if you saw how the mid lane looked a little bit early, with Pantheon completely denying access for that Yone to get to the minions and farm up. But he managed to find his ways around it, so it's not too bad on the mid lane. Now, what do we have? The Drake is up. The first Drake is going to be the Cloud one, a pretty interesting one to get early on. There is no significant lead on the bot side, even for UniQ, even though they managed to push further a little bit. But there is a prior on the mid lane available for Nativz. If only you go for a kill somewhere, you'll be able to go and get the first Drake.
That fight on the top side is
Ooh.
kind of complicated, so it's going to be flash for the top lane. There's TP is available for Neos if they wanted to fight for an objective. And we're talking about objectives, but Snille doesn't have a lot of time. He's falling behind in farm, didn't brought a kill yet, and this is perfect for UniQ that are still fighting to get that top 3 at least, at the top 4.
Yeah, look at the junglers. If you compare the junglers, Diana is going to scale up. The moment she gets to her 2 items, she's going to be unstoppable. With Nidalee, she's very early game oriented, so she's going to fall behind later in the game, especially if she's not getting these early game kills or any early game advantage. And she's not so far. No kills, it's like the slowest game that we've seen throughout today. So, but it doesn't look good for Nidalee. There's still chance she's going to be very useful just with the javelin throws. But come on, you need to use that Nidalee early in the game, or else why do you pick her?
He did try to do something, and now it's talking about doing something on the bot side as UniQ are looking for the objectives. The first one is a Cloud Drake. It doesn't mean a lot for the team that takes it, but at least you get to know what is the second Drake and what is the soul. If you know the soul is not Cloud, it's always worth it.
Yes. Cloud Soul is extremely situational. I love Hextech Soul. This is my favorite one, and I feel like it's one of the strongest ones out there. I don't know. What is your favorite one?
I still like the Infernal.
Okay, makes sense. In the late game, in the team fights, it definitely helps a lot. Ooh, here we go. Nidalee, baby. No, not Bitanko. Shame.
Just shy, just a few inches away from that spear connecting, or javelin, as we might say. That's the way that we should call it.
I guess.
56 farm versus 62. Bami Cinder already bought in, so you know that Diana is going for the Sunfire. She's going to be bulky, so at least that's the target where the Divine will provide some value.
It's interesting. I wonder if it's going to be Divine Sandra rushed as the first item for Diana, or if she's going just to leave it here. Oh, how did it connect? That was nice from that Nidalee. But really, usually when we see Diana, we know she's going to go for Nature's Tooth, something we saw, for example, for Katarina today already. We see a fight on the bot lane with that Nidalee, with Snille looking for a way to go into Coffee. Coffee is alone on the bot side. He has good weapons, but will it save him? At Rens 3?
Instantly getting the Moonlight, but it's not enough. Instantly gets burst down to the Sivir, the AD carry of them all. And you can see really was already rotating from the mid lane to try and get the Grand Star fall on the bot side. This could be a kill though, if he landed the Q. He then instantly trying to detach himself from his own body. Doesn't get the last one, but talking about getting, it's about the top lane, getting himself the Heralds. And they are aware that this is happening, so Lundorf should be careful. Teleport is not available. But these are a lot of plays. Actually, you could go for almost the entire turret without the Heralds.
On the bot? On the wait.
Look at this, it's being shipped away.
Yes. Oh, speaking of, Rottenberger is in big trouble here.
He's gonna die eventually. That was the perfect engage. Now looking to the middle of the jungle. Goofy's forced to flash away, but the plants are still going to follow through. Grand Starfall is there, but it's about the Sidre that takes down Snille on the face-off between junglers.
He's already bulky. Look at that. He's indeed going towards Divine Sandra as... Not the Divine Sandra. Oh my god,
Sunfire,
no,
yeah.
please, no. Yes, it's going to be Sunfire, of course, for that Diana. So she's going to fly in. Not too much damage, but she's going to survive and buy herself enough time to actually apply the damage from her auto attacks. Okay, interesting. What's going on? 1-2. Very slow game compared to the first ones we had today. Riley's still trying to fish for those kills. Same on the top lane. Come on, everybody's looking at each other. Everybody's measuring each other, trying to go for the kills. But not much is actually happening on the map, which is good for UniQ. They're going to scale up. Pretty much everybody in their team is going to scale up nicely till in the mid and in the late game. So they're okay with having a slower early game.
That's perfect for them, allowing a failures, Yone and even Diana to get those items, core items. It's more than enough. Lundorf keeps finding that one on the top side. It's not an easy task. Neos is just going to be bullying and bullying and bullying. I know Lundorf wants to go for something more tanky as fast as possible. Even the Randuins would not be bad. You know if Felix will build the critical strike. Yone will build the critical strike. So that should be an easy one.
Yes, and there is not going to be too much AP damage on the side of UniQ as well, by the way, because there is only Diana so far. He flies in. Oh, yo. He lives.
He still has the passive, yeah.
Yeah, he lives, but that must have hurt. But at least you got the ultimate away. Oh, Yoba is alone here.
Yop is alone, flashes away. The spell shield is going to provide safety. No, it's going to be the body of his jungler that provides him with the safety that he needs. Snilla just bursts down the enemy. And Rottenbangin now is the one in jeopardy. That is way too much damage. And now you are kind of worried that if you're UniQ, you know everybody's just getting a lot of money. And Nuyus is going to get knocked up. The wave clear is there for the Zac. They're just slowly chipping away. Gets the +1 on that siege minion. But look at the amount of HP he's losing. You cannot play around with this one. What are you doing? Okay, he's spread on the floor. 4 blobs to take out. Jumps in, gets it. Mid lane, there's a fight, but let's look into the top lane. As Lundorf is still trying to get this one in. Conqueror has been activated. The jump is there. All those blobs is sustaining him. The elastic slingshot is not quite available. 6 seconds. I want to see what happened because we got a solo bolo in the mid lane.
Okay, that fight on the top lane was way too interesting to get your eyes off it. But yeah, I also want to see what exactly happened on the mid lane. Come on, we got a kill there. I want to see it. 2-5 we go in the meantime, by the way. Could have been 2-6 because it looked close for Lundorf to even get out of that with a kill. Okay, Rally's going in. There is a good stun. A Javelin throw misses. The Javelin misses. Eden is going in. He's jumping onto Snilla now. He has a lot of damage on his hands, but yes, he also has damage. That Pantheon.
Now that's a combo of Nidalee and Pantheon. That's a lot of damage that instantly gets. That's a Divine. If that was a Eclipse, probably that would be an insta as soon as they got that window. But yeah, Yone is good, but he's squishy. The failures, he's squishy. Not on the mini not, he's going to be squishy, so Diana should be the only reliable, not even a little bit when you throw the body of Thrash into the front line. He's not even dealing damage anymore, and now that he goes back into his own body, he realized that Neos was also there because it's going to be a fight for the second one. It seems like they don't even want to fight this one for now, as we're going to get the replay of what happened on the bot side.
Yeah, because there was also a kill. Diana is going in. She has the damage, but she doesn't have enough of it. She has the sustain, though. She's living for pretty long. The ultimate is going to be used, and come on! Now the damage is still there. Come on, that is still Diana. She applies their passive with the auto attacks, and she kills you. Nice one, 1 versus 2, she gets out alive, and she gets a kill in her hands. And after that, she's also getting the second dragon for her team, and we have another Mountain Soul. Oh my god, it's a lot of them today.
I think we only had Mountain Souls today.
We had a Hextech Soul. Definitely had one Hextech Soul. Yes.
Okay, so the rest was completely
the rest were
Mountain Dragons. Yeah.
Yes.
This is a complicated day for those that want to get the damage in.
But UniQ don't really have a lot of front lane, right? They want this soul, and they want to keep stacking these dragons.
But now this is a sign for Nativz to fight. They're comfortable fighting this one. They're trying to get those second items. I think they will get them by the dragon. And Lundorf has been playing like this the entire game, by the way. Lundorf goes into the bush, like, okay, push. You push, I can engage. That's all he does. And so far, Neos hasn't learned the lesson.
Nope, I mean, he's still alive, but he was taking so much damage that, come on, you should be a little bit more careful. Next Herald is going to be up soon. By the way, UniQ have the prior on the top side, so they can try to go and force this one for themselves, pushing a little bit further. Yes, 15th minute, no more turret plates, but you can crack open the first turret in the game, and that's also going to be big for you. Ooh, that was a nice stun there, but Lundorf doesn't care. He still lives, look at him. His job is to survive on that top lane, and so far he's been doing a terrific job.
Getting Krogs allows him to get back into the game, even though Mount is a little bit further ahead. This is what was supposed to be expected. Eden is scaling. Eden, now it's sustained, really has to deal with this. I know the chainsaw was nerfed. Maybe, just maybe, that is the item that you want. And talking about items, that is an Nativz chains for clocks playing Zyra. First item.
What? Wait, what?
I think he's going for a locket afterwards. I think it was Mickey
Yeah.
X that did this one on the LDC back in the day. I don't know. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was him. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I think I'm completely wrong. But nonetheless, we did see Zyra playing with an Atmos and the lockets, and that is an interesting one. I don't know who's being targeted by the Atmos though. Oh, Eden, he has to go back. He has to go back, and the javelin is ready for him. Oh, the fight is sealed, and the fight means that he survives. Eden is so good. Eden is really
Yes.
good.
He understands the champion
Man.
that he plays on so well. It's not even about limit testing, it's about knowing the limits very well and surviving where he wasn't supposed to. He's already at his mythic item. The Immortal Shield Bow, of course, is going to be there for him. The Gale Force is available for Guffer, so keep an eye on these two champions because one more item for them and they're going to go in and potentially they can start killing whatever they see on the map.
Relay is going to get spotted, and
Oh.
instantly you have the flash available, so you can use it right now. Auto attack once and use the E. Because if you auto attack, use the E, you get movement speed.
Yeah, but I don't think he can hear you.
Obviously not. This is just me screaming at horror movies in the cinema and hoping that someone doesn't get caught by the killer, even though obviously they're gonna get.
Yeah.
Nelle, that is a
Ooh.
fast movement and flash reaction to run away with his own life. Lundorf just wants to farm. That's mostly it. There's nothing to be said on the top side. It's not going to be a kill. Lundorf eventually will get shipped out. He cannot go for those blobs. And Neos is just outscaling him right now.
Yes, it's very unfortunate. Yes, that Zac is going to be very, very useful in the team fights, but will he actually survive in those team fights? Because, come on, you're giving your enemy a lot of time to scale up. You're not utilizing some early game tools you have on your hands, and this is worrying me quite a lot if I'm looking at Nativz. Come on, you need to start picking up fights. You're itemizing pretty well, except maybe for that Pantheon, but I'll leave it to Alcha to judge as much as he wants to. I'm looking at that Zyra. Honestly, that's a good choice. You're a support. You know that you're not going to be one-shotting. Most probably you already have other champions on your team that will try to do that. You know, you cannot really afford to go as a glass cannon because there are things like Thresh, like Yone, like Diana who are going to have a very easy access to your backline where you are standing. You cannot afford to go squishy because you will be just giving away free kills to the enemy. Go into more tanky, Zyra. You will still have the damage, but oh my god, will you live though? Oh yeah, he will.
Lundorf is
He's
completely fine on this one, and the setup that Nativz have on that objective is kind of hard to fight as Lundorf instantly goes in, but he fails his Q, so it means that the CC is no longer there. Eden is fighting this one, and Sneely is on a 1v1. Pantheon helps, and all of a sudden, they get the lead on the kills. Yopa now chasing Neos. It's going to be yet another kill. No, the Mega Gnar comes in way too clutch. If we can eventually show me the transformation frame, because that was perfect from Neos, if I'm not mistaken. First Dragon coming in clean for Nativz after a good setup, even though they were fighting versus the Herald.
They managed to get down Uden, and that's already very big for them. He was 1 versus 2, so it wasn't really looking good for him, but look at that, they managed to get immediately something out of that, and they may actually score another kill here because there is control coming from Clocks, and it's a very nice one in the fights, by the way. So, let's see how exactly it all was going down, because the fight was very split. Look at that, Eden is here, versus 2 versus Neil and Riley, who are always working together. Everything else is about Lundorf jumping in, getting all the attention towards him. He knows he's going to live for quite some time. Control coming in from Clocks, damage coming in. The Herald is there, but they absolutely don't care about it because they have Yopa on the run. Yes. Oh my god.
The auto attack?
Oh, this is such a good timing.
He used the ultimate because it insta transforms and you don't need to cast it. Oh, Yopa now versus Goofy. I think this is going to be in favor of Yopa. Yes, it is. Even though Sneelik takes it away, I still think Yopa would get the kill. Yet again, another play on Division 2 that I constantly say, this guy is so good. He should be on Division 1.
Everybody, look at this guy and keep your eyes on this guy. I will do the same. Honestly, this Severe is starting to accelerate very quickly. Banner, not it doesn't look very big, right? But remember that new Severe is scaling very, very well into the late game. She already has the Kraken Slayer, which is very big for her. Yes, there is not much front lane from UniQ, but you just throw this additional true damage into the enemies, and they're not going to be able to reply to it because it's going to be too much of it. Clogs, be careful there. Come on, he's still squishy. And that's still Diana. She's very slowly
Where's the
building up.
Anathemas? Can we find the target of Anathemas Shine?
Yeah,
it
can we try?
Or is it Goof? Just click on yeah. No, on the target. So it has to be on either Goof. No, it's not Eden. So it's it's Decidre. It was Decidre. Yes, it was.
Oh.
Did they want to extend the CC and receive less damage because she's going to be tanky? Okay, Clocks is going to build armor and there's only one AP, so that's why.
Yes, exactly. They want to reduce the AP damage coming from UniQ without building anything really against the AP damage. This is smart. I love it.
Interesting.
Kraken
Slayer alongside Phantom Dancer right now for the bot side means that this Severe's clear is ridiculous. We might expect an Infinity Edge out of this one, of the next item, or maybe something crazy like a Lord Dominix to extend that power. Talking about cutting that heal, if you look into Neos, you went for the chainsaw, which means when he gets the ultimate from Nar, everyone will get their health reduced, or at least the sustain from them really reduced. Now, Cleaver has been finished. Now I'm seeing light on this Pantheon.
Finally a better build, eh? Finally, somebody made Asha happy with a build on Pantheon. Let's see how it's going to go. Let's see. Because 2 kills already on him. And in general, there is already a very nice lead for Nativz after what wasn't looking very good in the beginning. Right now, they're starting to accelerate very nicely in the game. They are fighting for the objectives. They are fighting for prey on the map. Still suffering in quite many areas, even though it might not be very screamingly visible. Might go for a kill here on the top lane. Yes, they will.
They want to take the kill on the Knight. It's going to be a tough one, but the Black Cleaver is going to make this quite easier. Lundorf is tanking the turret, and all of a sudden the Sidra is dead. So Relay gets himself the shield in time, but the damage is still coming in. And Relay is going to die at the end of the day. He's getting a few procs. Use the ultimate! Way too late. He tries to fight it off in the end, but the entire team of UniQ is rotating to the top side. Yoppa joins in, and that's the fight that he wants as the Saber gets the boomerangs. There's way too much damage jumping and bouncing from each one. Look at Yoppa shining. It was lights out, and all of a sudden, there was light at the end of the tunnel.
You just wait. With that Severe, you just give her a little bit of... Oh, Sneely still wants to go. Oh, he can throw a very good javelin here. Or maybe he cannot. Maybe he can miss in the end. But okay. 2 kills there. Well, there were 2 kills on Diana. Let's not forget that, okay? She's 4-0 already. 2 items are in her pocket. Going to go for something as the third. Thinking there might be something like Zonia's thrown somewhere along the way. But then they're still chasing the Diana, but she's gonna get away.
Fine,
yeah, let's go for the replay. Oh my god, he keeps throwing those javelins. I just want to go for the replay. Thank you. Okay, Riley's going in together with Lundorf. It looks like something that could be a kill for them. Look at the timing for the Ignite. He was transforming. Oh, he was already very close to transformation when they jumped in, so it's already very dangerous. You know he's going to throw you under the turret, but what is the problem is that UniQ reply immediately throwing 2 more members there, making the numbers advantage in their hands. Really is going extremely low, and you know he's going to go down here, providing the double kill for Diana. But after that, Nativz do exactly the same. They suddenly group up, and they have the damage, they have the control, and they have Evil with the shields, who is not afraid to go further, and oh my god, the damage is incredible!
With that BF, it means that the Infinity Edge is going to be there. Yup is going to get caught, but flashes away instantly. He's not saving those summoner spells. Rilla now knows that if he goes into the backline, that's going to be an instant goof dead. Instantly with the Cosmic, with his spear, just getting another one. A double kill for the Panther right now, as Nativz are running amok, and they fear him because he's a man, not because he's a god.
Oh, I love it there. But come on, you shoot for Nativz right now. They have prior. They are taking the second Drake for themselves. Again, stacking up Mountain Drakes will be very good. Actually, not. They're immediately switching towards the Baron. They don't even want to have the map split. They want to go there all together and just rush it as quickly as possible. There is also a potential steal for Lundorf, actually. Don't forget about that. But then look at the speed with which Baron is going down. It's going to be in their hands very soon. And come on, what Nativz did in last fight? They split up UniQ. They made sure they have their priorities clear. You need to get rid of Eden and Desidere, and then there is no backline access for UniQ anymore, and you can just punish everybody else.
They go back in, but it doesn't matter because the smite is available. Thank you for the leash. As Nativz take the Baron, take the fight, and take the Dragon as well. Two mountains, they're getting tanky, they're getting bulkier. I see a serrated Dirk though. I'm happy.
Yes.
I'm getting happy. I think this is mostly a Serpent's Fang.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, the mid lane, the Javelin goes in, not catching anybody. Same with Desidere, but he still goes in, props in the Moonfall. But what happens next is that keep your eye on that Pantheon and look at Eden. And oh my god, the damage coming there from Lundorf is huge as well. But come on, the fight is happening everywhere, but look at Nativz. They are taking them one by one because they have a lot of damage available. Oh, another fight in the meantime! Oh my god!
Another fight while they have the Baron in Yoppa just doesn't die. It has to be the engage from Goof to give him that one. And Clocks is now in danger. Lundorf as well. And from the skies he falls to clean up the entire mess. But the Sidra runs away instantly. And Albiana sees the sun goes down as the moon rises and the double is there for the Nidalee. Clocks is just separating the waters in the mid lane. Out of a sudden, this is a 5-15, Salari.
Oh my god, we're going for many kills again, but the difference between the teams is absolutely massive. Lundorf jumping in, making sure they're not going to stop them from taking the turret. The inner turret on the mid lane is down, the Baron buff is still running for Nativz, and they want to continue, they want to keep pushing further, but where do you push? Look at that Pantheon, he's still pushing the top side, he's split pushing like crazy.
He has to do it at this point. They're just buying time. Nuyez wants to get this kill. Eden as well. They're separating everything they have. And meanwhile, the T1 is going to be in danger. They have the Baron. So these minions are going to provide a lot of damage. Might as well use the Q and just use that Divine Standard. I don't think it's usable anymore. Yeah, so yeah, I do it with the Trinity. That's on me. That's my mistake, guys. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. I don't see Divine Standard on Pantheon. That is illegal.
Okay. Should I write it down somewhere? I don't know.
Nah, it's fine. It's actually fine. I'm just
Okay. Good. Okay, still going 5-15. Don't forget that. We are going to see next Dragon in 2.5 minutes. Going to be a big one because it's going to be the soul point for either of the teams. For UniQ, getting their hands actually on the soul is going to provide them with a slight, tiny chance to get out of this game still victorious because they need this additional survivability. There's already way too much damage on Nativ's hands, and as the game is going to progress, they're going to get more of it because they already had in the items and you cannot keep up. Look at that Nidalee. Yes, Nidalee falls behind late game, but she is going with the book. 22 stacks already. Thanks to that, she's not going to fall behind anywhere soon.
Infinity Edge on that one. Edge of the Night, actually. I was expecting the Serpent's Fang. There's a Locket, there's a BT, there's a Shield Bow, there's the Ana Shield. I was like, yeah, this should be a good item to bring on Pantheon. But no. These provides you with safety nets.
No. They provide Snilly with the tools to cut through the shields, and this boy just goes for the damage. This boy wants to get the kills. It doesn't
I was
have
talking
many,
about really with
with
the Serpent's Fang, not about the Nidalee. Nidalee with Magi's and with the ability to cut the shields over them, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
And it's a way to compensate the fact that the Serpent is not there anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say, but you just made it a little bit more clear, so thank you.
Oops. Now, playing the turtle, Nativz, they're trying to push in. Teleport is not available for Neos. So they want to sacrifice the T2 because they are aware bounties are online, but I don't think Lundorf is going to go for that one. His wave clear is actually good, so he just needs to put himself right there. Lundorf gets the sustain from the blobs, Elastic Slingshot. You can't burn the passive on the 1v1. You need to burn it on a team fight, so you cannot be threading that way so far because it seems like Nuyez wants to go for the kill, gets the stun, gets the second stun. The Q is available, but that's not enough for the kill.
Lundar still gets away. It's very hard for him to stand against Lidic now because, yes, you have the sustain. Oh my god, this is a beautiful recall. Finally, we're seeing it. I never saw this one. Can you believe? It's beautiful.
Me neither, because I don't
it.
have the skin.
Aww.
Yeah. It's mythic essence only. Thanks, Ritu.
Maybe one day.
I threw my wallet at the screen. The only thing I gained was like, I need to buy another screen, so I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Now I'm going through the battle pass to go for that one. But 7-1 with Snail and Nidalee. We haven't seen him, at least I didn't see him on this one. And he's showcasing a huge power on this. It's not like Decidere is behind, not even close. Decidere is an amazing jungler. We all know that. But it seems like Snila today just was one step ahead, it seems.
It's a good pickup in general for the team, and he's just executing her extremely well, optimizing well. Come on, he's going to get even more AP in his pockets, maybe going for the Death Cap as the next item. Either Zhonya's or Death Cap, depending on what he wants to rush, but I would say the Cap makes a lot of sense because, again, you want to get as much damage as possible in your hands. You are the biggest star of your team right now, and okay, the Baron is up. Is it? No, almost up, so everybody wants it. Really is on the bot lane. Pushing forward, doesn't have the teleport, but he doesn't need it. He has his ultimate. Nativz are looking at UniQ. Everybody's looking at each other. Everybody needs to get to this pit. Nobody has a vision around it, so UniQ are going to be the first one to actually go in and place some wards around it. They're going to have some pride here. They shouldn't be able to stop the Baron. That would not be a smart idea because Nativz are going to fly in very quickly, and they understand it, and they retreat. Without any wards, okay, that's one ward I'm seeing. You need a little bit more, you know?
Clocks is the only member that doesn't have flash available, so that's another key factor in this fight. There's Eden. That was only a javelin. That's half HP instantly gone.
Come on, this is ridiculous. It's 31 minutes in the game, so it's understandable to see that much damage, but it's still painful to watch. But what do we have? Actually, the soul point was reached for Nativz. 3 dragons. 3 mountain dragons on top of each other. You are very well there to stand against the damage coming from UniQ your way, and you're 1 dragon away from a very, very juicy soul. What do you do next? You need to maintain the pride around the Baron, and you need not to die on the bot lane, please. Thank you, Lundar. Okay, good enough.
Nunez knows that this is the lead that they have, so he's going to try and force it, but instantly the elastic slingshot is going to slow down the rest of the combo. It should be enough. Lundorf only has to focus on taking down those minions, but now the minion art is there, so it means that they can just dive. The CC is perfect to try and slow it down, but the blobs are going together. You don't have enough damage. You don't have enough damage, and this means Lundorf can actually trade with you. He doesn't want to risk it, apparently.
That's why the Lilic Knight is jumping away. He has very timed up minion wave that is going to help him get away because you get a double bounce from the minions. Did Steal it? Yes, Neil actually got that blue buff instead of Desideric was going for it. Eden!
Eden is going to die. No, he's not. He flashes away, but Snila takes the final kill. This Eden now kind of lonely as the teleport comes in from the Zek, allowing them to just push on the top side, get the perfect wave, and now focus on that Baron right now. Snila is holding the line with those javelins. He's the one providing protection, allowing the rest of the team to just go into the pit. Start that one. Oh, that's a goal between 2 pulls. Almost getting the shot on Goof again. A goal. Stop playing football, man. Play poker position. Starfall comes in. Pantheon joins in. And Yappa takes in the AD carry. And without that one, that's a clean 5-17. Salari, I think this should be it.
This should be it. They have the brand buff on everybody. 2 members of UniQ were down. So right now, what you do is you go forward and you push. That guy is trying to make your job harder because he's deep pushing very quickly. But come on, you go in. You have an amazing split pusher. When you're grouped up, even as 4 members, it is very hard for UniQ to go in and try to stop you. So this is your chance to go in, to crack open the enemy base. And if you get a good fight, to even finish the game right here, right now. Because come on, I think it's the longest game of today. Okay, Eden. Oh my god, the amount of damage coming from the Pantheon! What's going on? He's trying to get away with the flash, with everything, but still he's there to end him. What's going to happen next? They're pushing forward. Look at the amount of walls here. I wanted you to look at it. Everything in this jungle, it's UniQ's jungle, okay? But everything there is red. The vision for Nativz is absolutely incredible. They understand all the time where UniQ are, and because of that, they know they can very safely continue taking that Baron. and they know when they can actually turn around, pull the trigger, and go on to Aphelios and catch him down and kill him on the spot.
It's another engage from Nativz. It's another lead from... Oh, what is this, Eden? That is a magic trick because Yoppa just made you disappear. Lord Dominic's is the fifth one. The watch is going to complement, and Decidre is the tank. And that was one javelin only. That javelin on Goof should be half HP.
Yes,
Should be half
yes.
HP.
Even with his shield from the bloodthirsty, it's not going to save him. Oh, he does see that.
As the
Oh, he
City
goes
is trying to
golden.
tank it away, London floors to flash away to try and gain some distance. Neos also loses a little bit of HP. Nidalee is not playing around as the bot lane is going to be the focus right now. From the sky, the Grand Starfall begins. Goof gets the lantern, but he doesn't care about that one. He can just go into either Diana or even Dinar. The HP is going to provide additional damage for the Divine Sundred. As look at Zac, he's stretching on the back line, which is just looking for the objectives. They're thinking smart about this one. Last game of the split, taking away the opportunity of UniQ getting that fourth seed, or even the third one. As we fast forward really fast, we get the Mountain Soul in favor of Nativz. And really, Goof, yeah, you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Gale Force saved you there, my friend, because he has himself Cyrilda's grudge.
Whoa. His damage is just illegal, but have you seen his health bar? It's
Scary.
not supposed to be that big. Yes, it's very, very scary. Speaking of health bars, Diana also has one very big for herself, but come on, she's the primary front laner, and Diana is not supposed to be the front laner. Yes, she needs some additional sustain to go into fights with more aggression, but she's not supposed to be tanky. She's supposed to be providing damage, but right now she cannot do either.
Eden is lonely yet again, gets the lantern, he has to get away. He cannot fight this one.
Nope. Nope,
Oh,
double
no,
not with
she's
his
gone.
health bar. He cannot fight anything, unfortunately, for him right now. Yes, he have 3 items already, including the Death Dance, but it's not going to delay your death for much longer because there's just too much burst and just in general damage coming from Nativz. Okay, this is the siege of the base. Little Gno's trying to do something, but come on, your base is open.
The base is being open. Nobody can stop this one as Neos yet again is letting go from the base. He believes the clear would be more than enough to protect him, but look at Eden. He's just lost half HP from a javelin. The cooldown is not even big. It's going to be Clocks getting caught as the Zyda, and that is a good engage from Eden. But they use everything, and all of a sudden, they can't fight the Pantheon. And the Pantheon goes wide, gets scooped yet again with a double kill, presses himself for the triple, but it's going to be stolen away from Yappa. As Neo, he was fighting turrets, and now he wishes he could go back in time. And not even look into that one. Dinar, the lonely one, is running away as Pantheon is leading the charge to wrap up the game. Just stacking and styling on them. Oh, you cannot dodge from that one. No, that's for the man who lived in battle. He is reborn. That kicks him out. So sad story for Pantheon as the game is going to be over. The Natives is going to wrap up a 14-4 at the end of the split, going as the first seeds to playoffs.
621. What is going on with the games today? I don't even know, but what I know, you need to look at Asha's face. He's very happy, and rightfully so. Finally, the beautiful, beautiful win for the Pantheon. I bet you must be extremely happy.
That was good. That was good. That was good. That was
Yeah.
good. Nativz locks himself first seed, undisputed at this point. It means that on the other side, it's going to kind of complicated to look for the fourth seed. So we'll toss it to a break before we jump back into the interviews. We need to talk with them. I'll see you soon.